Well, with this banner here popping up, that means Black Bolt is not necessarily officially in tokens. Now that comes in next week, I believe. But we have a vault for him, and there's some stuff for rewards for me to collect, and all of that nice stuff from Marvel Puzzle Quest. But before we get into our main event, we got Fight Night. I actually like that pun there with the Power Season. So we got the last week Power Season coming up. Well, upcoming. Um, Shield video coming pretty soon. But what I want to do is welcome the Shield for the week of the 24th of April 2022 for Black Knight. Um, let's get into it. We'll find out who the required characters are needed. Against Jane Foster Thor, she obviously is a red, yellow, and blue user, not loser. Soy Imperador. Shout out to Beck Hansen. Alright, her black. Oh my gosh, her black ability. I'm literally seeing that it says red and I'm calling it black. But her red ability, it costs 10. It deals damage to the target and will do additional damage based on the number of charge tiles she has that's on the board. Because again, charge tiles are are team neutral, so it doesn't matter if they're neither enemy nor friend. Her yellow ability striking distance costs 12. It will deal damage to the team and convert some strike, attack, and protect tiles to charge tiles. At higher levels, it will do repeater tiles, invisibility tiles, so on and so forth. It's just that her red and her blue abilities are so much better that very rarely will you ever need the opportunity or the ability to use her yellow or even the other portions of her yellow ability. And then finally her blue ability, this costs 9, stuns the target for 3 turns, and then creates charge tiles on the board on random red, blue, and yellow basic tiles. So that's Jane Foster Thor in a nutshell. Her affiliations are Heroes and Avengers, at least if I remember correctly. Black Knight, his affiliations, we'll look at them right now before we look at his abilities, are Heroes, but he technically is an Avenger. Well, see, it says on and off member of the Avengers. So, where is his Avengers tag? There's a lot of. You know what? I'm gonna drop the affiliation spiel, but his color set is similar to a lot of black, um, green, black, and yellow users, a la Old Man Logan. And in terms of that color set, there's several other characters that have permutations of yellow, black, and green, but just an observation. So the first ability is Black as a Soul. It's cost 9. So it deals damage to the enemy team. It ignores enemy protect tiles. It creates 2 charge tiles. And then if there are 4 more charge tiles on the board, destroy a random row. And if there's 6 or more charge tiles, then destroy up to 2 more additional strike enemy strike, attack, or protect tiles. And then obviously, the store tiles don't deal damage or generate AP. And then at level 5, you know, increase damage a little bit more and an additional strike, attack, or protect tile, and more charge tiles. Alright, so that there doesn't really sound that impressive. Alright, nighttime, this costs 7. It deals damage, and if one doesn't exist, creates a black 4-turn, fortify countdown tile, and then the power shifts to Night Eternal. While the countdown tile is out, he can't be downed, and his health will drop to 1 instead. And then whenever a friendly countdown tile expires, then you restore health, and then you destroy 4 charge tiles. And then if there's no countdown tiles on the board, then it'll go back to nighttime. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if you can have multiple instances of the countdown tile on the board. We'll find out. And then Dane from Above, this costs 5, has an active and passive version. Passively, if he's airborne at the start of the turn, fortify a black friendly countdown tile, then deal damage, prioritizing a non-target enemy. So that's somebody that's behind the person that you have targeted. Then create 5 protect tiles on the board whenever Black Knight returns from being airborne. Create 5 charge tiles. At lower levels, looks like, fewer protect tiles, fewer charge tiles, less damage, and looks like airborne's still the same, like how many turns he's airborne. So it goes airborne for 2 turns. So for those who are not aware of what airborne does, your character cannot make matches, and match damage can affect them. But there are a handful of there's one character in particular named Archangel who just says no, get out of the air. But I can see what they're doing, as far as his kit goes, but I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see him in action. James is at least going to help us out with some charge tiles, so let's get this match 5 and team ups here. After the game loads up, and then we'll take the match 4 in black. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some of that yellow. Now let's deny red for a second, deny blue for a second, then I'll send them airborne. Well, let's do nighttime, and then let's send them airborne. Alright. Well, she's going to destroy off any of a few of our special tiles on the board, so make those charge so we can get black as a soul. And we got the random road destruction, which that's cool. Yeah, I can already see here his damage numbers definitely need to be to be up, because like it's not anything that I'm seeing really that's like, oh man, he really needed his match numbers to be, I mean, well, his damage numbers, damage output to be lower than what it is. Alright, and that removes some special tiles. Well, I mean the charge tiles, and there you go. So I mean, like I said, I can see some cool things with him, but again, his power set is like it just needs his numbers upped a little bit more. So I would break out with the Archangel, but since he can't get stunned while he's airborne, um, let's let's break out a character who I know will want some charge tiles, and we'll probably be seeing him much later in the week, Mordo. So and then we'll set up the purple for Mordo very soon. Just want Dane Whitman to gather off all of his abilities. Nope. No nighttime. Well, I mean, I just put you in nighttime, so. Alright, now day one warm up. Let's see who we're using. Ooh, we're using Hawkeye. 3-star Hawkeye. Well, excuse me, 2-star Hawkeye, not the 3-star version. It's a quick verbiage with him. Blue will create a countdown tile for 9 AP, will stun the target, and will drain some AP from random AP pools. Red also costs 9, creates a chosen 2-turn red countdown tile. When it reaches 0, deals damage to enemy team. And purple, whenever you make a match 5 or greater, create some number, well, at least 4 countdown tiles on the board of various lengths. At level 5, it should be 2. And then when those tiles reach 0, those are called speed shot tiles. And the power itself is called speed shot. But once it reaches 0, it'll do damage to whoever's out in front. Pair them up with Storm and Magneto, and have yourself a blast. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right. There's my Deadpool points, as most of y'all know. So again, keeping the 3-star and 5-star version of Deadpool rostered, or have them on your team so you can get their various rewards. With 3-star Deadpool, a set of Deadpool points, 5-star Deadpool spicy taco tokens. All right, with the 3-star version of Gambit, I'm not even going to talk about his entire history because we'll be here for more than 45 minutes. But his power set is purple, red, and black, similar to the 3-star version of Deadpool, the 4-star version of Deadpool, several other characters. And so his purple ability, this costs 11, called Raging Cajun. He'll convert, I think it's either enemy strike attack and protect tiles and the countdown tiles, or it might just be random tiles, period, that Gambit will do. He'll create it'll be 3-turn countdown tile. Once those tiles reach 0, does damage to the target. Alright, his red, I'll tell you all in a second after I pause the video. Alright, so let's talk about Gambit's red. If I remember, it costs 8, if I'm not mistaken. 7? Okay. The reason why I said 8 because the 5-star version, Aces and 8s, it costs 8. But both the 3-star and the 5-star version of Aces and 8s essentially does the same thing. Does damage to the target, creates 2 charge tiles on the board, and then if there are charge tiles already on the board, it'll destroy those. It'll generate AP, and then deal a small amount of damage to the target. And then finally, black ability Stacked Deck. This costs 5. It deals damage to the enemy team, or damage to the target, and then damage to Gambit's team. I always forget how this one here works. Yeah, it deals damage. Yeah, damage to the target, deals damage to Gambit's allies, but you get 3 red AP and 3 purple AP. So I really don't have any teams for him. It's just whatever. And I got a fun time. Alright, onward and upward to find out who in the world is going to be paired up with Black Knight, and then ultimately who's going to be paired up with 5-star. Ooh, Throg. Okay. So let's get another member of the Pet Avengers, Alligator Loki, up, and huge. We'll probably end up using Totally Awesome Hulk in tomorrow's video for tanking purposes. So there's your tease right there. So Throg, yellow, green, and blue user. His yellow ability, I think this here cost, was it 10? We'll double check it and see. Pet Avengers December 9. Alright. So it costs 9 AP. It'll get lower depending upon the amount of colors have charge tiles on them. So if there's a yellow charge tile on the board, it drops down to 8. If there's a yellow and blue, then it drops to 7. Then if there's, additionally purple, that's 6. So as long as you have different color charge tiles on the board, the AP will drop to like a minimum of 3. But what it will do, you will send the team airborne, get a burst of health, and whenever you come back from being airborne, destroy all charge tiles in their strongest color, deal the listed damage per tile destroyed, and then at higher levels, higher burst health, more damage for the charge tiles. Alright. Zip Zap Zop. This is his green. And I believe this one here cost 8 if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So it will deal damage to the target. And if one of the zip zap zops happens to hit an enemy strike attack or projectile, it'll turn those into a basic. Well, I mean, turn them into a charge tile, and then if it happens to convert, well, the zip zap zop happens to convert an enemy strike attack or projectile into a charge tile, it'll activate again, and triggering that whole cycle. It's like, now if one doesn't convert, then the power is over with. But if the zip zap zop hits another charge tile, then it'll continue the process over again until there's no more. All right. And of course, this is going to be after each conversion is going to be free of cost. So the initial conversion costs 8. If it happens to hit, then it'll cycle through again. And then hop, skip, and a jump is Throg's passive. Anytime Throg matches the color blue, or his teammates match the color blue, then he will create a 1-turn repeater tile on blue that will randomly put a charge tile on the board. But if Throg is inflicted with any sort of damage, then the damage will be reflected back to whomever dealt the damage. The repeater tile will be destroyed. So that's hop, skip, and a jump. And you can have multiple hop, skips, and jumps out on the board. And of course, Throg's oh my goodness, why can't I think of affiliations? But Throg's affiliations are going to be heroes and pet Avengers, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it was just heroes? Okay, so pet Avengers isn't one, but the reason why you got Alligator Loki, shenanigans with charge tiles. Anytime enemies match charge tiles, well, hey, he's gonna put out purple charge tiles. He wants purple to go invisible. He wants black on the board to convert some of those enemy special tiles into charge tiles, and then with the yellow, you'll be trying to put charge tiles out in the strongest color. Again, we're not really worried about AP costs, because again, once we get Gator Loki up and running, everything should be good to go. Again, I'm not gonna really worry about Throg trying to get airborne. I mean, not airborne, but hiding behind the what's the name ability, the repeater tile. Get our own version of fastball special off. Alright, we'll break out with Instigator. Random board swap. See? And then that changes all any special tiles that happen to be hit into charge tiles. Alright, now we're looking for a Black Knight to be out in front, but sadly I don't think we got a good match for that. least now we can get these hop, skip, and jump tiles out. I didn't hit any of those enemy special tiles. Flamethrower, some of that damage will be negated by like, well, for Throg anyway, so. Let's break out with Instigator again, hopefully. Well, it'll do something good, which it did, so. Alright, day one test of skill. Normally I would do, well, in tomorrow's video we'll be doing it first, but looks like we got old Shang-Chi here. So this is actually going to be a relatively easy, well, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying it with a question mark, but it's going to be a relatively easy welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. for me. For those who are not aware of what Shang-Chi does, we'll keep this here relatively brief. Red will cost 7, and you can manipulate the board. You have some number of tiles that you can choose, and you can punch them on the board to either make match 3s, match 5s, whatever you need to do to make the board favorable in your case. Purple also costs 7. It will create a critical tile. Then depending upon how many combo points you have, you'll have a number of charge tiles on the board. Another thing I forgot to mention with red, depending upon the combo points that you have, it'll allow you to heal a true heal for however many combo points that you've reached up to. So that's another thing in mind too. Alright, and finally blue. Anytime you make a purple or red match, you'll gain combo points, which increases Shang-Chi's match damage and makes all of his damage a little bit more stronger. If you don't make a match with red or purple at the say during your turn, then the combo points will reset to 0, and the max combo points you can have is 10. As far as people to pair up with Shang-Chi, true, him and Onslaught, him and Iron Man Hulkbuster, him and Half Thor. We'll probably show the Half Thor video, Half Thor on Wednesday. But yeah, like anybody that can manipulate the board to have him get out red, that's always a good thing. Actually, we're gonna go with black because, well, Hulkbuster really needs black. So the reason why I chose Hulkbuster for the startup for this video here, Hulkbuster, his black ability gives out, red AP. So you really need red AP, right? His blue ability converts some number of green tiles to red tiles, and then you can also create some number of protect tiles, but again, that's inconsequential. Doesn't really matter to what we're trying to do. Whoops, I want to go this way. and showcase everybody. Well, showcase Hulkbuster real quick. Alright, here's Hulk Proof. I said keep those combo points going. And yeah, that's pretty much Shang-Chi in a nutshell. So if I didn't have to carry Black Knight with me for dead weight, you know, I would be able to put out the third member of the team, Onslaught or 50% Thor, whatever I've decided to choose. But anyway, the Black Knight and Friends Vault. Again, this here will last for 5 days. You can get tokens from this from Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D, Black Knight's PvP event, and if I'm not mistaken, whatever the PvE event is going on too. Legendary token as per usual, basic supports as per usual, a guaranteed cover of whomever is going to be featured in the 4-star realm is here. One of the featured 4 stars in the 4-star node is there. Then a random cover for another 4-star. Heroics, mighties, assortments of 3-star characters, assortments of 2-star characters, and then of course ISO 8. And you know, your daily deals are worth 100 tokens. So, you know, hey, if you have hero points to burn, you know, hey, you can buy one, test your luck. If not, you know, hey, get some more opportunities in without spending CP or hero points. Actually, Fight for Wakanda. That's gonna be ending pretty shortly, but you can still pull for the next 2 days and a couple of hours. Then of course, that should be it. Like as far as tokens goes, yeah. So we'll be back at it tomorrow with day 2. Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. We'll do S.H.I.E.L.D. Simulator, and you know, Tuesday will be pretty jam packed with a Crash the Titans and everything else that we have to do that particular day. And then for those who don't know, I'm giving you a little bit of a heads up. There's going to be an Alliance event coming up this Thursday. The Spider-Man PvE event. So if you haven't joined an Alliance, you have about 4 days as of recording to do so. Make sure you understand the rules of what they're trying to do, you know, and follow them to the best of your abilities. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some stuff from Deadpool's Daily, and I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video. Peace.